So the KT challenge is as follows. You are trying to create a physical inventory here. And when you create the physical inventory, okay, new. Okay, it's active, great. This is the date. The reference is MJ test. That's Milos Jankovic test. And let's say I want to count an empty bin, so easy stuff. Okay, these are empty. Now I'm gonna save, and then I will go right and start a count. Save. Do you know what's this? I wasted 2 days on this when I was a junior. I'll tell you the solution. You see this status here? Okay, now it's solved, okay? But of course, if you don't know, you don't know. So what I did back in the days, I debugged the whole thing until I found that this field was the problem. So basically, what did I do? /H, enter, and I activate the debug. And I'm gonna repeat to get the error. When I save, the debugger opens. Now, the first thing you do, if you have an error and you know it, you should stop the debugger at the message. So breakpoint. Yeah. F8. This is the error. Error 083. I guess this is the one. And then I need to go back, right, and understand why was this triggered. So here you need to search what happens one level above, right? So something here during the static check item create is triggering the error. Imagine this guy, the guy number 1, this is your transaction, sorry. This is your transaction, okay? Your transaction called this screen. When you press save, you triggered this. And there was a form that processed, hey, someone clicked OK code save. And then this guy called again this other method, OK code save. And then it called this other method, and so on and so on. And all of this is executing. Every single one of these is a piece of code, right? That it's calling each other. Imagine like 50 people in a row, and I say, oh, I have a story that I'm going to tell you. And then I tap the next one, continue. And then he tells the story, and he taps another one. And when the last guy is finished, it goes back to the guy who tapped him before, and then he finishes, and then it goes back to the guy who tapped him before, and he finishes. So this code, okay, started here, and it executed this, and then it called this module. And inside this module, you have this code that is only one line, and is calling another guy. And this other guy, and this one, has this lines of code, and now we are executing here. We are stopped at this point, right? This is like a chain of calls that originated this error call, right? So right before this, there's a reason that someone said there's an error. So this guy, the level before, probably said that there's an error, okay? And the guy before, I see it's create document. If an item is invalid, depending on the settings, only the group will be rejected. Okay, so I think the error might be in here. So I go back here and I go up, okay? Breakpoint, current line, if empty item create is initial. Okay, apparently the problem is that empty item create, and this is main table to create a new physical inventory item, is empty, it's initial. If I click on empty item create, it's 0 lines, so it's empty. So that means that although at this point I do have one line and I expected here to have my physical inventory to be created, the system is saying no items passed, meaning there's no items in here, meaning, hey, there's no physical inventory to be created. So it's not like it's going bad, it's not even seeing that there's something to be created. So the question becomes, why cannot we see that there's that one line that I know it's there, I created it, that needs to be created? So it's as if it's not ready for creation yet, for whatever reason. Then I need to go back here when you say create document and document process to see who should be creating this document. So among all this, before save create, you see, it's somewhere here. Now I'm going to guess. Of course, you could go step by step up, right? but actually it's somewhere on this level probably. And now I'm going to check here. Here it's also empty, you see, LT item empty. It stopped. No, this was a message, okay. So if I'm not sure and everything is now empty, I can also put a breakpoint earlier and process it live, okay? Instead of reading code, because at this point, it's already not going to create anything. So maybe deleted some data that is not used. So if I rerun the whole thing and put a breakpoint here, maybe I'll be able to see the data and what's happening. Okay. So this one, oh, here it is. This is my one line, you see, and this is the status, you see. So here it does have this line, so it's taking it as an input, but it's saying that it doesn't need to create a physical inventory for this, for whatever reason, although it's active. So if I go back and I go now one level deeper, I'm saying I have it here. Why is it not going all the way through? Simulation mode, fine, who cares? And here, so somewhere here, it's disposing probably of that one. Do I have it here? Look, do I have it here? No. So somewhere in between here and the start of this code, it disposed, it threw away the fact that I have one line item to create. That's my guess, okay? Never assume you know for sure, but make assumptions as you're moving through the codes to understand what actually happened. So clear LT item. So this is my input, right? Let's see the variables. This is my input, and here I have the one item. Then it clears the LT, clear data from buffer, okay, get the data, read the table, there is something, get for PI document items. Check if reason is filled. We didn't fill the reason. Maybe that's the problem, right? Maybe I didn't fill the reason. I need to start checking everything. If enter reason exists, get the reason, blah, blah, blah. Priority, reason. Set create to active inactive, you see? So this is okay. It's not here. Convert time, clear. Lock parent. The category of the object, check material number, check the batch. I'm going fast because I know technically the names because I have experience, right? And now here it was rejected for whatever reason. I didn't see where it was. Maybe it was here for the active inactive. Maybe it was at the very beginning and I didn't see it. Check material, check batch. Let's go up. Data item. Here it is. Check. There's a check here. So if I was to debug and go line by line, I would see that here it skips because the status here green. And if it's not green, it's not going to consider it because, of course, I didn't say the status is for creation. Awesome. Awesome. All right, time to go.